Alright, so we've arrived into Julia Creek. It was a pretty interesting drive this morning, pretty heavy rain. We had a lot of rain last night, but we got here alright and we're here for a couple of days now. We're just at the information centre. One thing you can do here, I think it's 10 and 2 other times. You can go and feed, they feed the dunnets, which are just like a little marsupial mouse. Very cute. You've probably seen some footage already, or if not, we'll show you now. Also, this info centre, there's all these little cottages which are recycled from, I think they're old accommodation or something from workers on properties or something like that. But each cottage has information about the area, and it's actually a really good way you sort of go from cottage to check it out. Really good little info centre. So we're going to be here for a couple of days. We're going to get some food later on. We're going to ride some bikes, but unfortunately we can't probably do that because it's raining. But we'll just play it by ear, see how we go. And yeah, later on this Arvo we have a soak and some bathtubs, which is a pretty sort of famous thing to do around here. So hopefully we can get to do that. Even if it's raining, doesn't matter, we'll do it regardless. And yeah, we'll see what Julia Creek has to offer. Alright, so it's at Julia Creek Caravan Park, and one of the things you can do here is have a bath.
It's the artesian hot basin water.
Artesian hot basin water, you get your own little cubicle, there's a couple of them along, but it's completely private, so you can go in your birthday suit if you want. I'll save your eyes and I'll go in my budgies maybe if you like me.
You can order cheese platters. We've got a bottle of wine to have, so yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine on a beautiful sunset it would be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So they've done really well. It's a really good idea. So yeah, we might just enjoy ourselves for a bit. Alright, morning everyone. We have just woken up here in Julia Creek at the Caravan Park. Really nice little caravan park. If you're in the area, I definitely recommend staying here. Julia Creek, what do you reckon, Hol?
Yeah, it was really nice. So Julia Creek, obviously pretty well known for its artesian baths, but it's a really nice town. They've got really nice clothes shops, even the hardware store looks nice cafes. Yeah. The pubs, food was really good last night.
The town's has done well with just presenting itself, tourism, nice shops, and just sort of a bit more modern, and not just sort of, you know, some dusty old outback town you sort of drive through and everything looks a bit run down. It's nice. It's a really nice little place, so definitely worth a visit. Top pub's good for a feed. Good place. So we're going to head to Cloncurry today.
Yes.
And the weather's turned it on for us, so no more rain, which is good. Hello! We are at the Mary Kathleen mine site. It's an old uranium mine. There is an old township as well. You can go have a look at, a bit of free camping in the area. But we're just coming to have a look at this mine because it's big open cut mine, and then down at the bottom it's got this really turquoise cyan blue water. Now it's late afternoon, so it might not be too blue, but we just thought we'd come and check it out and have a look. Oh, another rock. Yeah, it's pretty blue. Got some really nice shots. The light around here is amazing. It's just that top end light, top end glow. Rocks are red.
Yeah.
That sort of pastel green, kind of iridescent green in the gum trees, the white trunks. Like it's so stunning. We love this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just one of those. It's just one of those interesting, random things in Australia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Australia's filled with just random. I don't know. It's just
I doubt back in the 1860s or whenever it was that they made that dam that now today it would be a tourist attraction.
Yeah, yeah. Just because of like the weird blue water, but when the sun hit those rocks, they were the most incredible colour.
Yeah.
And yeah,
so a lot of people,
happy.
Yeah, a lot of people come out here just during the day because apparently that's when the water's the most iridescent. But sunset,
most blue, yeah.
Yeah, sunset was great. So.
Yeah, it's a nice drive out here as well. Actually, it's a really pretty area. So. Yeah. Well worth it if you're in the area. Check it out.
Okay, let's go back and we're going to go to a pub and have some dinner.
Yeah.
Remember that unseasonal rain that hit Outback Queensland in May? Well, this was from that around Kainoona. The highway was closed between Winton and Cloncurry for a few days, but luckily for us it reopened the day we left for Winton.
So we've just pulled up at Winton here. It's about a 3.5 hour drive from Cloncurry. Lots of water around, really nice and green, which is good to see. So we've got a few things to do here, but first off we're just going to get a bite to eat in the Waltzing Matilda Centre. This is one of the best tourist information centres I reckon in the country. It's so good, really well done. So if you're in the area, definitely check it out and you'll see what there is to do in the area.
We're going into the centre tomorrow to do, I think they have a museum in there.
Yeah, they've got a few things to see. So we'll go and do that. We're going to go see Age of Dinosaurs. We could be going on a red dirt tour or a scenic flight depending on the conditions with the water around. So yeah, plenty to do and we'll take you along.
We are back at the Age of Dinosaur Museum. We're about to do our tour. We have done this tour once before, but we're doing it again to grab some content. So if you're in the area, definitely something to check out. We'd love to come back again and actually do the other tours where you go down to the stampede grounds and stuff. So. So we finished up at the Age of Dinosaur Museum and then we just stayed at the top of this hill here. It's called the Jump Up and we just watched sunset, which was really nice. So
beautiful. There's some rocks here. If you just go down past the gate and just pull off on the side of the road and walk down to these rocks. It's stunning.
It's really nice. So, yeah.
Well, really good vantage point to watch the sunset, so we'd recommend
Probably our best one we've had so far this trip.
Yeah, I reckon. Let's
Probably
go
our
get some
best
dinner.
sunset. So yeah, we're going to go back into town and go to one of the pubs for dinner. Today was all about Winton, and we explored all that it has to offer, starting off with the Waltzing Matilda Museum. The Royal Open Air Theatre was first opened in 1918. It is now run by the extended family of the Everetts, who were the family who originally run the theatre. They show 3 movies a week, including a nostalgia night where they show films on film. If you're passing through Winton, you need to experience this place. Another place full of history is the Winton Heritage Truck and Machinery Museum. If you're a fan of anything with an engine, you should definitely stop in here. We spent the afternoon on a Red Dirt tour, which is the local tour company. This tour took us to a private station called Rangelands to explore these spectacular rifts and watch sunset from this jump up. We finished off our day with heading back to the cinema for their nostalgia night.
Hello.
Hi everyone, so welcome to Longreach. We have driven over from Winton just for the day, and we are going to be visiting the Stockman's Hall of Fame.
We've heard a bit about it, so apparently it's really good. So not really sure what to expect, but
yeah, recently been refurbished, so I think it's definitely one of the main things to see while you're here in Longreach. Also the Cloncurry Museum. We're probably not going to be going there today, but we might go get some photos and whatnot. Anyway, so we'll take you along for the day. Hi guys, so we just wanted to jump on here quickly and let you know what we've been up to for the past couple of days before we trip off again.
yes, we've been busy.
We have, so we've been in Winton for the past 3 days. Our itinerary initially was a little bit different to what we have ended up doing just because of the rain. Quite a few roads to places that we were meant to visit have been closed. So we stayed around in Winton for 2 days. We did heaps here. We did the Age of Dinosaur Museum, which we have done before. Unfortunately, we did do the same tour. We would love to come back and do the other tours. We think that would be really cool.
Then we went to Longreach yesterday and we did the Outback Hall of Fame. That was a really good show. If you're in the area, I would definitely recommend that. That was really good.
So what we did was like a 3 or 4 hour experience depending on how long you take through the museum. You do a 20-minute have like a movie essentially.
Yep, about the history of the Australian stockman.
Yeah, and then you do an hour live show with a stockman, and then you go through the museum. The museum's super interactive, brand new. They've got audio synced up to the areas that you visit, so you just have little headphones on.
Yeah, it's really good. And they've got a live show as well, which was quite funny.
Yeah.
So where are we going today? Hughenden?
Yeah, well, quickly, we also did a red dirt tour here in Winton. Yes. So we went up to private property called Rangelands. We walked through all of these like sandstone caves, kind of.
Yeah, well, these sandstone formations in this area. There's these. They call them jump ups. They look like sort of hills with a flat top, like a plateau, and they haven't risen through volcanic or tectonic means. It's actually everything's eroded down from there. So they've got a hard layer of rock on top, and that's sort of stopped the erosion below it. But it's led to some really interesting formations in the on the jump ups themselves. So that was really good to see and really good vantage point to see the sunset from.
Exactly, yeah. So today back up to Hughenden. So we have actually driven this road before in Elsie last year when we went from Winton up to Townsville essentially. We drove up to Hughenden and across. Similar road today. Again, we have already been in Hughenden for a couple of days. We don't have heaps to do, but I'm sure we'll find something to do.
Yeah, we're thinking Porcupine Gorge maybe for a bit better, a bit of astro or sunset. So that'd be a bit of effort, but anyway, we'll get to it.
So that's pretty much what we've been up to, and then we're almost finished. So we've got Hughenden tonight, over to Torrens Creek tomorrow, and then we are heading home.
Yeah, I think these videos have been a little bit more different, but a little bit harder. We find that because we're not camping, which is sort of the meat of our videos, I suppose, in most cases, sort of being able to cook and have a chat to the camera at the end of the day after the drive and do all that kind of B-roll is a big part of our videos. So not being able to do that because we're not camping, we're sort of staying in caravan parks and motels is a bit different. So we've got plenty of really good B-roll, but I feel like
it's hard to kind of piece it together.
It's hard to piece it together.
Again, we're sorry if these videos aren't up to your standard of what we usually do. It's completely different to what we usually do when we travel, I guess, because we are here to work. So,
but if they're helping a few people in the area to travel around and see Outback Queensland, then we might as well do it.
Exactly.
So, we'll get going. Here at Porcupine Gorge, it's 6:15 at night. So we're just doing a time lapse now. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out because it's a full moon tonight, which is not a good start for astrophotography, but the Milky Way is rising in not too long, so just when it's about getting dark, the Milky Way should be rising over the gorge. It's straight down the gorge, which we've got a really good vantage point from the camera, straight down the gorge, and the Milky Way is going to be rising over, and then the full moon's above it. So hopefully, even with the full moon, we can still get the Milky Way rising over the gorge, but we'll see how we go. If anyone's curious at how I know where the Milky Way is going to rise and where it's going to be, I use an app called Photo Pills. And it's really good to just to see. It gives you really detailed information on your golden hour, down to has blue hour, twilight, and all the different, not just sort of like sunset, sunrise. It's a bit more detailed, but it also has like an augmented reality. So for stars and sun and the sun and everything. So say for the stars, it tells you where the galactic center is and where the Milky Way is, and you can actually swipe on the time and see where it's going to be at a certain point in time, so you know when it's going to rise. So it's a really handy app if you're keen to do some astro stuff. I highly recommend it. Cool.
So how long are we going to be waiting here for?
Probably another 3 hours. We should be a bit more to do. Well, we've got books and some editing, photo editing, so Plenty to do.
And that wraps up our North Queensland adventure. Thank you to everyone who watches these videos and most importantly our patrons who support us every week. We will be back to you next week with more 40 content and shortly after that more travel videos in Elsie. We're super excited to explore the top end.
Hello. Alright, so here we are at the Caravan Park in Julia Creek. It's just called Julia Creek Caravan Park?
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Really loud frog.
Anyway.
Where is that frog? Are they underneath the bar?
Furious.
Alright. Sorry about that. Take two. Oh my gosh, a rock. Oh, another rock.